Well, as COVID-19 cases rise rapidly in South Africa, the latest number is 709. Let's talk about leadership. What kind of quality of leadership skills that you need? These, of course, play a vital role in society, especially in times of duress. To talk about leadership skills during a pandemic is Dr. Mazwi Majola from the Worldwide Institute of Leadership and Development. Dr. Majola, good morning, and thank you very much for your time. Just a short while ago in the studio, I had Dr. Zweli Mkhize, the Health Minister, and I was reflecting with him off air how their leadership team is coming across. Are you impressed?
They've done very well. I'm very, very impressed, Dan. The President has done very well and his cabinet under the circumstances, because in extraordinary times, ordinary rules don't work. You've got to apply extraordinary measures, and this is a life and death situation. People are panicking. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of fear in the country. So you need leadership that will inspire hope and confidence to the people, and also optimism and positivity, because in times like this, when people are very anxious, would like to and especially this is not a man-made catastrophe. So you need a lot of flexibility and agility and adaptability. So the President has done well. And also his cabinet, you can see that they are singing the same hymn, which is very, very important during crisis.
Yeah, you can also see, which is something I guess in such a situation will be required, you can also see that they are collaborating well with each other, they are cooperating well, because how they come across when they are together addressing us, you can sense that there's a lot of collaboration, and at these times, you need that.
It's very important. The tone and the tenor must be unison. So from the national leadership to provincial to local government, the communication must be consistent and the communication must be coherent and clear. People, leaders must not send confusing messages, and so far they've done very, very well under circumstances. As I'm saying that you during tough times, you need a very strong leadership. Actually, when you talk about leadership style, you really need autocratic leadership style, because you deal with very sensitive matters here. It involves life and death. So people as human beings have tendencies of taking things for granted. So you've got to enforce extraordinary measures in order to make sure that everything is under control.
We know that our president, Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa, is a president who likes to consult quite a bit, and he did quite a bit of that, leading towards the declaration of a national state of disaster and as well towards the lockdown. But that decisiveness that we are seeing here should be something that he should be able to carry forward in the political arena beyond COVID-19.
I've argued, in many times about his indecisiveness at times, and again, due to that fact that he tends to consult a lot. Yes, he has consulted because obviously you've got to get input and buy-in from different stakeholders. You've seen how he consulted different political organizations, church leaders, community leaders, business, which is good. However, you've got to be decisive. We've got to be decisive without being impulsive. So he has done very well, and he needs to continue with this style or with this quality in other areas as well, because really, even though we've got this pandemic, we still have other challenges in the country. You still have crime, you still have poverty, you still have inequality. So can you imagine if he applies the same decisiveness even in other challenges as well?
Now, Dr. Majola, very briefly, before I let you go, tomorrow at midnight, the lockdown begins. From a leadership perspective, what will be the key three things that you think the National Coronavirus Command Council, the police and the Defence Force should bear in mind from a leadership perspective to make sure that we do respect the lockdown?
Decisiveness. They must be very decisive in terms of applying the rules and enforcing the regulations. You need empathy because you are dealing with human beings. As I'm saying, that people are panicking. There's a lot of fear and confusion. So empathy is very, very important, and communication all the time. They've done very well so far with these daily updates. They must continue with it so that people will be updated in terms of what is happening.
Thank you very much, as always, Dr. Majola, for your insights.